back of my brain still annoyed at having the buttons wrong on Street Fighter.
Hey guys, welcome back to Dust Gamers. If you
I can't even explain how much that was bugging me.
If you like what we're doing, please like and subscribe.
Like it's one of those weird anxiety things where like I would forget about it and then my brain would remember it again over and over again. I was like, I'm not gonna do anything about it. Like I'm not gonna change the controls, and then my brain would be like, all right, move on. And then 20 seconds later, it was like, God damn, the controls are wrong still.
I like how you're bringing it up in a completely different video.
It's whatever. So Super Castlevania. That was really funny. We were looking up the cheat codes to Contra. I told you Super Contra, but Super Contra is not the Super Nintendo version of Contra. It's the sequel to Contra. It's not Super Nintendo Contra. Contra 3 is the one we should have been looking for.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So Castlevania, Super Castlevania, which is this, came out really, really early in the lifespan of the Super Nintendo.
Uh-huh.
It's one of these weird Super Nintendo games where it feels like they went out of their way to like show off all the new features of the console. Like little stuff like being able to go into the background right here seems really, really, really pushed in. You got the controller because I don't have it. I can't turn the volume down.
Yeah.
The music's really great in this, but it's fucking loud. So like stuff like going into the background, and there's weird stages where you're like moving around, like the screen's rotating and shit.
Yeah.
Like this really seems shoehorned in. Like, oh neat, you get to go into the background.
Yeah, but I feel like it's probably just
the ivy growing is kind of cool.
just like absolutely nuts the first time you played it, though.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, Super Mario World did it better, where it was actually part of the gameplay though. I didn't feel like it was used just for the sake of showing off cool new graphic features.
Yeah.
I like this Castlevania, but it's in a weird place where I don't think it's as epic as Castlevania 3, and it's definitely not as important as Symphony of the Night, which is the first like of the Metroidvania games.
Right.
Like the first decent one, basically the first one with like a full map and everything.
Right.
So like this one just kind of was okay. It does have this neat little whip thing where you can drop your whip and then swing it around. It has like the different way movement too, which is different for Castlevania. Where you can like whip upward and downward.
Yeah.
A couple people think it's hard. I don't really feel it was that hard compared to the other ones. But then again, I got pretty far in the original Castlevania when we played it too. Oh yeah, you can whip on the things. A little Indiana Jones action here. I like it kind of retains the classic Castlevania maps there. Like the on-screen for health and everything.
Yeah, yeah.
Looks very Castlevania with that. Very iconic look. He has massive thighs though. Look at his knees.
He almost looks like a chick to me.
Yeah. This game is all about perseverance. You can keep password loading up and everything.
You can what?
It has a password system. It doesn't have a
battery
like
system. Yeah.
And it lets you just keep continuing. So there at no time should you be like, I'm never gonna beat this game. You just fucking keep playing it until you get past it.
Right.
It has you sort of have to get through the areas within a certain amount of lives and everything. So it can be kind of brutal, but it's honestly not that hard. It's just
so can you not kill those while they're up and
all about perseverance. You can, but it's not always easy. The first few of them are really high up, so you can't even hit them. These fucking horse heads.
Is a horse head like that's one of the weirdest enemies of all time.
Checking all the walls for wall chicken.
Oh, yeah.
Like that wall chicken. Oh, fuck. Damn, he did so much damage. I hate that they respawn. You gotta come back through here again. Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah, I don't believe I ever played any Castlevania game, ever.
Yeah. The first one's really, really good. The third one's one of the best Nintendo games. Second one sucks, dude. There's one on Genesis that's similar to this called Bloodlines, which is really good. You get multiple characters and shit.
Oh, yeah?
All the ones post Symphony of the Night are pretty fucking great because they're all the Metroidvania style ones.
Mm-hmm.
And those are the favorites. I don't like Circle the Moon much. It's sort of their first attempt after Symphony of the Night to be like that type of game.
Uh-huh.
And it was on the Game Boy Advance, and it was when the screens were still dark.
Right.
And it's hard to watch. It's hard to look at. It's an ugly game.
Yeah.
It gives you a lot of bang for your buck, though, I'll admit. Fucker. But it's no Symphony of the Night, and they pretty much, everyone after that, they made better. Oh god, he jumped. I was gonna say, I like how he expands when you hit him, but he immediately jumped at me.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't realize it had a health bar.
Yeah. He's a baby boss. I like the orbs.
So, do you get more powerful as the levels go on, or?
Your whip has levels. I'm not sure how many it is.
Uh-huh.
Like, it starts off as leather when you first die.
Uh-huh.
Then you upgrade it. Then there's another upgrade system with, like, your secondary weapons, but I honestly don't know how it works.
Right.
The stage is pretty wild. The boss in the stage is sort of like in the middle of the stage, which is kind of cool. So that, like, you kill the guy and then it just keeps going. So we got like transparency effects here for these enemies. The little transparency enemies.
Oh yeah, I noticed that a second ago when the one that kind of came out and ran off.
I feel like every stage in this game has like a Super Nintendo gimmick. Armadillos, these guys were assholes in Donkey Kong Country.
Mm-hmm. Technically, they're doing a barrel roll.
They're rolling up like Samus. That screen right there, that's the worst. I've watched people speedrun this game a bunch of times.
Yeah.
And it's different. They do a lot of maximizing like what weapon they need for situations.
Yeah.
Whereas I'm just hitting every damn candle and hoping the weapon I end up with the one I want at the time. Ow, you fucker.
Hey, it was Jason.
Totally was. Oh, I'm gonna die here. I will say one thing about this game that fucking pisses me off is it has instant, like, fall death bullshit. Just places you can just fucking die because you hit it, fell in a hole. No,
like that?
No, these, not like this, because this is quicksand, but maybe I'm thinking of a different one. Could have swore you can die in holes in this one too.
What's the clock stopwatch for?
It stops time if I use it. It's actually really useful. I don't use my shit very much. I'm like the guy that saves all the elixirs for the end of the game.
Even though all this stuff resets after each level?
Yeah, you use hearts to get it.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
It uses your health?
Well, no, I mean, it uses the hearts I'm picking up. I just never use them in case I need them.
Oh, okay.
My brain doesn't say, hey, you can probably kill this better.
Okay, so the hearts aren't health?
No. Only
That's
the chicken's health.
fucking confusing.
Yeah. This guy might be another one to use a fucking thing with. I want that knife. I like the boomerang a lot. Or whatever the hell it's called.
Yeah, I can see that.
It's really great on some bosses because it comes back. So you get a lot of hits on them. Because they'll like go through them and hit them a bunch and hit them again.
That makes sense.
So there was a poll on my Facebook. It was like, has anybody gotten past the first level of Ghosts and Goblins or Castlevania? And I was like you shouldn't even be come close to comparing Castlevania and Ghosts and Goblins. Like they're not even in the same hemisphere as hard. Ghosts and Goblins is so much harder.
God, that battle was dirty with that boomerang.
Yeah, I love the boomerang, man. This isn't even the only game that does that. There's a few games where the weapons like that, where they reverse, will sometimes get stuck in the boss and do multiple hits of damage. Because the amount of time it takes for it to reverse and come back.
Yeah, I mean, Isaac kind of has some weapons like that.
Yeah.
Now, it's usually combinations. Like, you know, the brimstone with
The water here changes when it makes that noise. It changes direction. So for some reason it flows upstream right there. Oh, fuck. Those spikes will fuck you up if you run into them. Yeah, that's it. You kill the boss halfway through the stage, and then you kind of have to come do all those water crap, and then the stage just ends.
Well, you have to have a water level.
I like how it's different. Like, it was like, hey, we mix it up. We don't do the same thing. Like, every other Castlevania, you have, like, a boss at the end of the stage, and that's, like, it. Ah,
Is that just a floating hand?
yeah, there's a lot of shit like that in Castlevania. Floating Medusa heads, floating horse heads.
They feel like they could not...
Birds and bats and eagles. And,
They feel like they could not agree on what an enemy's style was going to be. They're like, I don't know, like a floating hand, a bird,
yeah.
a horse head.
They stick with mostly the bats and the Medusa heads, and later ones come up with other stuff like ghosts.
Right.
I don't think you see floating hands as much. This stage is sort of I'm pretty sure this stage is a throwback to one of the Castlevania 3 levels. Pretty sure you go through like a mud cavern in that one too.
Does that stuff dripping hurt you?
I don't think so.
It's just scenery.
Yeah.
Weird, like,
Yeah, it don't hurt.
dragon skeletons.
Well, yeah, you're like in an underground cave.
That was in the normal castle.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the dripping right now.
No, I said the weird, like, dragon skeletons.
Yeah, the skeleton guys are like a Castlevania iconic creature.
Oh, I'm not disagreeing. I'm just
They
saying.
have the other ones that are like a snake, basically. It kind of sticks on the walls.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, as a whole, the enemies don't make any sense.
Secret area.
That was kind of cool, the one falling after you hit it.
Fuck you, bird. Wall chicken.
Winner, winner, chicken dinner.
Kind of looks like he's wearing a skirt because he has a little metal skirt thing, and shoulder pads, and long hair.
I just assumed he was wearing a skirt, even after you said it was a guy. I don't.
Simon Belmont's a little bit of a girl. Pretty sure it's still Simon. The captain in Simon Belmont's the worst. He's like super vain and everything. It's really funny.
Does he think the song's about you?
Yeah. He plays like a cowardly, super vain hero guy.
You walked right
It's
into
like
that.
Captain In. But he always wants to be like the hero of the show or whatever. It's really funny. Like all the characters they created for Captain N are like, or they didn't create for Captain N, but like all their versions are like really terrible versions of popular game stars. Like Kid Icarus sounds like a Brooklyn kid who's like constantly saying Icarus stuff after every word.
Yeah.
And then, oh man, Mega Man's really bad in that show.
What show is it?
It's called Captain N, the Game Master.
Oh, gotcha.
Shit. This is the level where I usually get to where it takes me. I have to actually start concentrating on playing the game. Like I vividly remember this being the stage where it's like this game just got hard. I should have to die eventually just to get further, because I don't think, unless I get a full health on the way up here, I don't think I have enough health to make it through this.
So do you get a health upgrade or something at some point?
No. You just get health refills.
So, like, say you die in a couple minutes, do you start in this area or do you start from the beginning?
I should start at the beginning of the waterfall down at the very bottom of this.
Gotcha.
The checkpoints aren't really obvious in the game. They're usually like the areas. Fuck.
I do like how the whip can go through the stuff.
Let's fuck it. I have like one hit basically, so I'm really not wanting to get hit by anything, because I don't know if I can survive it.
Right.
Just keep hoping I get fucking a health refill. You can tell this area is fucking massively large. Already, see, that's why. Fuck. Instant fucking death.
That's scary.
I knew it was coming. I knew I wasn't going to make it all the way up this. My brain, right when I saw this green waterfall bullshit, I was like, oh, fuck. I was like, this is one of those hard fucking places. I remember struggling. It was more of a matter of I knew I recognized it, and that's a bad sign.
Right.
It's like if you recognize something this well in an old video game, that means you fucking were there for a while.
Or, I mean, there's a few areas that are just iconic, but yeah.
Damn, son. Yeah, my whip's not as long.
My whip's long, son.
These fucking trees. These little bushes are
packing, yo.
in the Castlevania Symphony of the Night games too.
Yeah.
Kill a lot of them. It's fun seeing some of these enemies before Symphony of the Night, because they sort of stole a lot of the palettes to make Symphony of the Night game.
Yeah.
And then they gave them like drops and stuff so that you could farm them for shit. I want my next fucking whip upgrade. I think that was it. Yeah, alright. Whew. Yeah, that fucking scrolling up and then falling down as an instant death shit's fucking... That's something you'll remember.
Yeah, that's some bullshit.
Because, like, in a lot of video games, when you scroll up like that, it doesn't mean you fall back down.
Yeah.
It's not like, hey, you just fucking died. Because you scrolled the screen up slightly and then fell. There we go.
Is that just a limitation thing, or?
Yeah, probably. Fucking mermen. I hate these guys. They never stop coming.
Yeah, I heard that about mermen.
Yeah.
With legendary
fucking
comers.
crumbling platforms and everything.
Mermen are legendary comers.
Yeah. That's the bull dragons I was talking about.
He's a snake. He's a sneaky snake.
Those guys are one of my favorite Castlevania enemies. They're really, they're assholes in every one of them, but they're so memorable when you see them in all the Castlevanias. It's like, you know you're playing a Castlevania. Those guys and Medusa heads are like so goddamn Castlevania, it hurts. Shit. Wee. Mermen. The Mermen are pretty damn Castlevania also.
I hate the things in games like this that shoot water or acid or whatever.
I don't.
It's always cheap.
The little, what do you call them? Seahorses in Castle or Metroid. Yeah, I love those guys.
They're fucking still cheap.
They're so awesome though. I remember them so vividly from the older ones. Get crossed. That's a weird thing to add to a game. Instant fucking explosive death.
A bunch of games have it though.
It's just so weird. Like, instead of putting a power up or something, we're gonna make everybody on the screen just suddenly explode.
My thing that always got me that was like kind of weird about that stuff was the fact that it was usually hard to get it before you cleared the area out anyways.
Fuck, you can't do it when you're jumping.
I don't think you can hit him with that.
I hit him a couple times already.
Oh, have you?
Yeah. Don't wait till he's down. Fuck. No, give it one more try. There he goes. I had a feeling if I hit him one more time, he'd be done. Oh shit. Fuck. Fucking fuck. Perseverance. I missed him and landed on the cross. Crumbling blocks, too. Crumbling blocks. Fuck. Castlevania throws some shit at you.
Your short little whip.
I'm pretty sure I beat this game.
I'm pretty sure I've never played it before.
Like I know I've actually like used the password and been to the boss and beat the boss.
Right.
But I'm also pretty sure I've beaten that game, like played it all the way through. I've gotten halfway through the game and then skipped to the boss.
I'm actually pretty sure I've never even played a Castlevania game before.
Yeah, you said that.
That's almost as impressive as beating it.
Not really. I mean, a lot of fucking people out there don't play any classic games.
Yeah, but I have.
You didn't know there were secret areas in Super Mario World.
I played a lot of Super Mario World, though.
Shit. I'm pretty sure it's a boss. Oh man, this is gonna be hard.
You like no health and no throwy thingies.
It's lagging like a motherfucker too. Oh. Shit. Oh. Look how fucking far I got. Ah. God damn it. Wow, this game's brutal. Makes you do the whole area up to the boss. Brutal game. This is like weird jazz music right here.
Yeah.
It's got like a like jazz drums, but then like organs that you would expect from like, Dracula music. Oh. That's stupid. I was trying to like whip the fucking guy and I hit the chain. And because I was tapping it, it just grabbed me and pulled me off. I don't know what it is. I've always liked to be able to downward strike people in games. Just feels more badass than anything else.
Yeah. See you.
He comes from above. Do.
I always come from above.
Do you? That doesn't really explain the pregnancy.
I was on top. Therefore, I'm above.
Die, motherfucker, die, motherfucker, die. Fuck.
I like how
shit.
it always seems that we really, really like this song, yet the first time we were talking about this song on here, we had the wrong genre for the song.
What did we end up with?
We both thought it was like Eminem, and it was like a hard rock song.
I don't know. Shit!
Oof.
Fucking Castlevania hates me. I wonder if I could just ask him from here. Hey, dragons, can I ask you a question?
I have to ask.
I'm gonna keep asking you until you give me an answer. Oh, this is bad.
The answer is yes, you can.
Yeah, this is going well.
But it looks like you might have to fight him some.
I have to make sure he doesn't knock me off the platform for an instant death. That's basically what I'm worried about. Fuck it. There we go.
Nice. Good job.
Oh, shit.
Get your orb. God, you're fucked hard. What does P1 mean?
I don't know. I imagine how many players you have until it goes like a continue screen.
That makes sense.
Now, I guess we're going to break this into another episode.
We should probably break this into a couple of episodes.
See you guys on the next episode.
Please like and subscribe.